And then Jaime just going 4 for 6 from long range. He's got a lot of confidence from there again. Did something happen, or is it just like just?
No, I think that's just a byproduct of Jaime just being a great competitor. Does that mean he's going to shoot 4, for 6, every single night? I don't know, but he wants to make an impact. And you have a game that feels like this. Jaime is going to put his fingerprints on the game one way or another. And he did that. In this case, it was knocking down threes, but also the toughness at the top of our zone. And, the rebounding, being vocal, all of those things, he's been doing, lately. And it shows you why, he can impact in a lot of different ways. Usually it's all the downhill stuff. Tonight it was in a lot of the intangibles. But I also want to, note that Kalel, had a terrific fourth quarter. I think it was probably his best response in an important game that he's had all year. He started out, giving up some offensive rebounds, and then the pick and roll coverages, it wasn't, great. But then when we needed him most, he played his best minutes. In the last 8 minutes of the fourth quarter, he really came to life, was protecting at the rim, was closing out in our zone when he needed to, made some great reads with that. And I was really pleased, to see him be able to respond and have that kind of mental toughness. That's growth in my mind. All right. Thank you.
Heat head coach Eric Spoelstra with the postgame press conference brought to you by Baptist Health. Jason Jackson alongside John Crotty, and a pinpoint in the conversation with Amy Adelbert there in the press room was Jaime Jaquez Jr. and the work that he did, and that ability to tie his career high with that money ball. We've talked about it a lot on and off the air. He adds that, and let's not say unguardable just yet, but it makes it challenging because of the way that he can spin you into the ground when he gets to the painted area as well.
I mean, he's so good getting downhill. That's been his strength, and that's his superpower of why he's up there for a sixth man of the year potential. But when he is able to make shots with range and you got to guard him further from the basket, wow, look out. He had better lift on the ball. He had great follow through. Look at the spin. The ball's going through. It's ripping through the net and coming back to him. And that made him even more dynamic as a driver because they had to come out and guard him. He's able to use that power, that strength, and wear people down. I loved his ability also to make plays for others. When he's getting inside and he's drawing all that contact, that's the decision-making to me over last year where he's firm with the ball, but it's not just locked in on the rim. When he sees the contact, someone rotating, he's making the lob. He's making the drive and kick, and that makes the team better. 7 assists last night, 4 more on this night.
Now, I don't know if you noticed the oxygen tank that got run down to the other end of the broadcast row. That was for me. That was just the third quarter with 80 points between these two teams. Thank goodness the fourth quarter simmered down for your boy just a little bit. And thanks in large part to the Heat defense. While they still were fired up and they had the 30 points, to stifle a high-octane offense has been rolling like they have for a month and a half to 19 points on 33% shooting. That, again, puts another approved stamp on this top-rated defense, fourth in the association.
No, really validates it because this team is hot as any in the league, and their offense a big part of it. He really able to force turnovers and be disruptive. They were able to get out to the edges, which is really one of the hardest things to do in this league, to play with speed and cover that three-point line against a team this talented making shots on the edge.
John, I live a alliterative existence. We love the 10th letter of the alphabet around my house, okay? We got J's everywhere, so we love when Triple A Jota is a part of things with A squared in the locker room.
Okay, so Jaime, first, let's just go right to the fourth quarter. It was such a big frame. How are you guys able to pull this one out?
Just collective. This is a total team effort. I thought Bam and Tyler really set the tone for us in the fourth quarter. I thought Drew, his minutes were undeniable. I mean, his presence was extremely felt, especially on the defensive end in that zone. And then obviously Khalil too, trying to funnel everything to him, and he was just making play after play.
You made 4 threes tonight. You're starting to launch them again and with confidence. Has anything changed for you, or like you just what's going on out there?
No, not really. I'm just trying to continue to play my game, and if I get the shots, I just shoot them. I work on my 3 every single day. It's something that I continuously try to get better at, and shooting isn't linear. You're going to have ups, you're going to have downs, but as long as you end up, that's where it's a good place to be. So just continue to shoot with confidence.
Games like this where it feels like every possession means so much, how can they help you guys as it's already now halfway through March?
How can who help us?
Like games when everything means so much, like playing those types of possessions.
Yeah, I think, we're getting to that point of the year where all these games matter. We're trying to make a push to try to, hopefully get out of this play-in tournament. So all these games matter. We're not taking anything lightly. I don't know how many games we have left, but I know it's not that many. Season goes by in the blink of an eye. So when we get the opportunity to play these games, we're not taking them for granted.
Last one. You guys now get to go home for 10 days, which is pretty rare in the middle of an NBA season. I know, right? But there's just the biggest benefits for you guys in that.
That it's nice. It's sunny. You get to go to the beach. You get to just be home. I think that's the most important thing. We love our fans. So to have that home stretch is going to be crucial for us. We want to make the most of it.
Thank you. Thanks, guys.
Amy Jaime, thank you very much for every Miami Heat dunk, even if it's a family affair. Morgan and Morgan. $100 to the Miami Heat charitable fund. Love that one right there. Oh, here comes the captain getting up for a sandwich right there, John Crotty.
Tasty.
Getting inside for 50 points in the paint. Could have been a whole bunch more. He converted 25 of 53 in the paint. And Ware didn't care that he got hammered right there by Miller. I don't think it was called either. So just a little throwdown. Sploosh, sploosh for the people here in North Kakalaka's Queen City. Taking an L. They don't even know how that feels anymore around here. We're back with more in moments from Spectrum Center. Oh, they're playing my song. We call it the winning song for a reason. The Heat victorious, so you get 50% off your entire online order at papajohns.com with the promo code HEATWIN. Because the Heat came in here and did a little. Oh, somebody's an FM DJ. Deep down in my bone marrow, I should be playing hits. Just 40 songs an hour. That's all I could do. And it would just make everybody's life outstanding.
That and game shows. Come on. We got to get you on a game show.
John Crotty, new representative of yours truly, Jason Jackson. Next game coming your way on Sunday. And the Eastern Conference division leading Pistons will be in the house while we are having our 16th annual Kids Day Spectacular. Look at these fantastic young people. We're going from elementary school to high school to the U. And what a critical night. I was about the age of our senior there when I figured out, you know what, this is what I want to do. It's going to be my life. Head to university, like our buddy at the U, study radio, television, film, and dream of sitting next to John Crotty.
Yeah, look at that.
For my entire adult life.
Come true.
Exactly. And here it is, dreams coming true. It was that time you spent on the southern shore of Lake Erie. I said to myself, that guy and me, we're going to be together. It's going to be fantastic.
Magic.
But that game also on Sunday is it's still a critical game. I know that feels like the Pistons are starting to pull away from the pack and lock in not just the number one seed for the East, but maybe for the entire playoffs if they play their cards right. And one of the great wins of this season was on their floor in their building. That's true. It's on their mind as they come to Miami.
Yeah, look, and they're so physical, and they're so good defensively. That's their identity. This will be a great test for Miami, and I'm so glad they're going to have a day to be able to prepare, to rest, and get ready for that 6 o'clock game on Sunday. And, again, every game matters right now in terms of the standings, in terms of inching their way up there, trying to get out of the play-in and get to that 6th seed if possible.
How about the 5, man? I see Toronto.
I like the way you're thinking big.
Looking like, let's think. I think it was 1983 Motown 25. Michael Jackson showed us that moonwalk. Good. Toronto coming right back to us, baby. Come on. Those 2 games at their place at the end of the season are going to be something else. The Heat take it. Victorious on the road. 128-120. This has been a presentation of FanDuel Sports Network, your exclusive home for Miami Heat basketball. For Eric Reed, John Crotty, Amy Audibert, and the entire Miami Heat broadcast squad, I am Jason Jackson. Thanks for watching. Good night, Heat Nation. We'll see you on Sunday in the Heat's house.